Your eyewitness weather forecast.
And good evening, everybody. Temperatures warm out there. Another nice evening here in the Mohawk Valley, and there's plenty of more great weather on the way here as we go through the week. Now, eventually we're going to get to a point where we're going to need to get a little bit of rain. I just don't see it really happening. There are a few very tiny, small, minuscule chances. I'll talk about those coming up. But look at this, 84 degrees right now. There are some patchy clouds out there. Winds are light. They will be tonight, so a very warm evening translates into a comfortable overnight. Temperatures dropping into the low end, mid-50s with a light wind. Through the day tomorrow, warming up, man, getting a couple degrees higher than where we are now, so I think mid-80s, mainly sunny. Still very comfortable in terms of the humidity department. We'll start to add a little bit more of that as we go into later this week. So it's more like late July as we go into June here. Of course, the last day of May tomorrow, and June begins Thursday, and you're going to need the sunscreen. The UV index will be sky high, obviously, through the rest of the week here, and great weather for the beach or the pool. As temperatures start to maybe even flirt with 90 degrees for some as we get into Thursday and Friday. So I mentioned that UV index being high. You'll burn in less than 15 minutes if you don't take the proper precautions with the sunscreen. All right, here's a look at the visible spectrum and the satellite composite here. Just a few puffy fair weather clouds developing over higher elevations. Otherwise, a lot of bright sunshine and clear sky right through this evening and overnight. 79 now, Governor, 80 in Saranac Lake, 79 Old Forge and Inlet, Woodgate 77, 78 Coldbrook, it's 80 right now in Herkimer, 84 here in town, 81 Hamilton, mid-70s Springfield Center down to Lawrence in Otsego County, Sherburne and Oxford right now at 80 degrees. So here's the wide perspective, satellite, Doppler radar loops combined, and you really got to look hard to find any sort of weather as this area of high pressure remains the driving feature in our forecast. So most of the disturbances will kind of ride up and over top of us and really not have any impact whatsoever. There's a very small chance for a shower or thunderstorm coming up Friday, and then maybe one brief 5-minute spritz on Saturday. But notice the temperatures as we go into the weekend. They do turn cooler. It'll be a little less humid, and I think mainly dry. 76 on Saturday, nice fresh breeze, and Sunday looking good too, with fresh sunshine, breezy, warm, high temperatures in the upper 70s. Before we get there, we have to get through this. So we're talking mid-80s tomorrow. And as we welcome in June, Thursday, it's hot, 87, bit more humidity Friday. Very small chance for a shower or thunderstorm, mainly in the Adirondacks Friday afternoon, 87. Again, maybe that brief 5-minute shower Saturday, cooler, more comfortable 76. Nice weather returning Sunday into Monday, highs in the mid-upper 70s, and maybe some rain leaf, hopefully, by Tuesday. Cooler, too, upper 60s. Gonna need some of that rain by then.
Yeah, definitely by Tuesday, a whole week from now, we're definitely going to be needing that rain.
Please, rain.
What would have to happen in the atmosphere to bring us that rain, Craig?
Right now, the temperature would have to drop to like whatever the dew point is, which off the top of my head, I think is somewhere in the 50s.
Oh boy. Well, we need the rain. We'll enjoy the warm weather while it's here.
Plenty of warm weather and dry weather the rest of the week.
We sure do. All right. Thanks, Craig.
Yep.
Let's take a look at what's coming up tonight.
Now, your eyewitness weather forecast.
Hey, good evening to you. I'm meteorologist Craig Flint. Let's talk about some more great weather that we have underway here in the Mohawk Valley tonight. So clear sky, and I think temperatures will end up in the mid-50s overnight. So mild but nice and comfortable. Another night you can leave the windows open with a good deal of stars. And speaking of warmth, check out the temperatures as we go down the road here the next 5 days, you can see solidly into the 80s, maybe even near 90 as we get into Thursday and Friday before temperatures cool off a little bit, quote unquote, heading into the weekend. But still looks pretty good. Temperatures in the mid and upper 70s. Now we're seeing numbers drop back into the 60s, though. Saranac Lake, 62 in Inlet and Old Forge. Woodgate is at 60, 67 in Camden, 65 right now Hamilton, 69 in Herkimer, 66 Springfield down to Lawrence, 63 in Minden, Oppenheim at 66, 65 in Oxford, still 75. A little bit of an urban heat island effect in Syracuse right now. So here's a look at satellite and Doppler radar loops combined. Again, clear sky across the entire Northeast, the Great Lakes. A few clouds creeping in to northern Maine. That's about it. So expect a good deal of sunshine through the course of the day tomorrow, and temperatures will be warming up as well. So obviously the UV index will be on the high side tomorrow. Take care. Make sure you apply and reapply the sunscreen out and about tomorrow. And I think we're going to stay in this neighborhood really through the rest of the week. So here's what to expect. More like late July as opposed to June, which starts on Thursday. We mentioned the high UV index and just some great beach and pool weather. If you're fortunate enough to have one in your backyard, you'll be using it for sure here as we go through the rest of the week. Here's the forecast for tomorrow. Good deal of bright sunshine. Numbers are in the mid-80s. Utica, Rome, down the Mohawk Valley to Ilion and Herkimer. 84, Oneonta, Norwich at 85. Even up into the Adirondacks, Lowville, 86. Right now, still hovering upper 60s to right around 70. A good deal of clear sky, dew points right around 50. So we're going to see that number kind of get closer to that dew point. So we're probably going to end up like mid-50s tonight. Then mid-80s tomorrow. Hot stuff for June on Thursday, 87, maybe even a tick or two higher for a 90-degree day. Upper 80s again Friday. The only chance of a shower or thunderstorm Friday is over the Adirondacks. Cooler, more comfortable Saturday. Nothing worse than a 5-minute shower. 76, fresh sunshine Sunday, Monday high and dry, and hopefully some rain leaf by Tuesday. Much cooler too, only in the upper 60s. And by that point, you know, we were just stringing together all these dry days. We're going to need some rain.
Oh, yeah. Definitely going to need it. But, Greg, can you believe it's already June?
I know. It's here.
I feel like the month of May really flew by.
Yeah. Now we're going into summer, and next thing you know, it'll fly by, and, well, I'll just stop there.
Yeah, we don't have to talk about it yet.
Right.
We'll enjoy the sun and the heat while we have it. All right. Thanks, Greg. When we come back, sectional championship games played tonight. Brennan Miller tells us which teams are taking home the title next, right after this break. Stay with us.
Eyewitness Weather Forecast.
Hi there, good evening to you. A beautiful night out there. Nice, mild, mellow, nice, gentle breeze. Will turn a little cooler, more comfortable overnight, so why not? Let's leave the windows open. Easy sleeping tonight, hopefully. 67 now with no wind. Barometric pressure 30 inches of mercury, so that's good. When you see barometric reading that high, that means nice weather, and that's exactly what we have for you tonight. I think temperatures will end up in the mid-50s, low to mid, and then mid-80s as we go into the day tomorrow. A lot of sunshine and blue sky expected, light winds, low humidity levels tomorrow. So check this out, the next 5 days, The Rising, which is a great song by Bruce Springsteen, highly recommend. Mid-80s tomorrow, I think mid-upper 80s. A few areas could just flirt with 90 degrees here as we get into Thursday and Friday, and then we see a little bit of a reduction as we go into the weekend, so cooler, but still very nice. Mid-70s Saturday, upper 70s on Sunday. Numbers tonight in the mid-50s, Saranac Lake to 60, and Inlet and Old Forge, Lowville, mid-50s, Osceola, Camden, mid-60s right now, 61 Sherburne, 64 Lawrence and Springfield, 62 in Minden, Oppenheim, Ephrata around 64 right now, 62 in Oneonta. So high pressure remains the dominant weather feature here across not only the Great Lakes but the Northeast. A few clouds diving down East Maine, that's about it, and some more moisture out here to the west. But all of that's going to be forced up and over the ridge of high pressure, so we're good to go through the day tomorrow. So bright sunshine means the UV index will be high, somewhere around an 8 or so. So that's a burn time in 15 minutes. Make sure that you have the sunscreen and reapply it. More like late July weather here as we go into June. So we talked about the high UV index, and if you're fortunate to have a pool in the backyard, great weather for that. Go to the beach. Temperatures are going to be feeling pretty toasty around here as we get into mid to late week. So some cooler air as we go into Saturday. Nothing worse than a brief 5-minute sprinkle. It's not much. 76, dropping into the 40s, fresh and cool Saturday night into Sunday. More sunshine, breezy, warm, high temperatures in the upper 70s. Down the road, 7-day forecast looks like this. So mid-80s, plenty of sunshine as it heats up tomorrow. Hot stuff here for June. On Thursday, Friday, there is a chance for a random thunderstorm over the Adirondacks. Most places probably will be rain-free. Again, I mentioned that brief sprinkle Saturday. Cooler, more comfortable, mid-upper 70s, high and dry Monday, and hopefully some rain leaf by, yes, I made that word up, by Tuesday. And much cooler by then, 68 degrees.
We're going to need it by then, Craig.
We will definitely need it by then. Every day it just dries out more and more, so the lawns will start to get a little crunchy if they aren't already.
Oh boy. All right. Well, thanks, Craig. We will be right back with some more Eyewitness News. Stay with us.